for us, it's really special because it was really a family environment.
I think our kids will always look back on high school and go, the band was a huge part of them having a great experience in high school.
I joined band in 6th grade after moving from Webster to here, and the reason I joined is because I was playing drums at my old school, so I thought, why not play drums here?
I was just interested in playing an instrument. I thought that I liked the idea of being in the band. I liked the flute. For some reason, I just was drawn to that and wanted to play that.
Music's always been a part of my family, so when I came to Briarwood in the 6th grade, I knew I wanted to play flute. I thought it was a beautiful instrument, so I immediately started in the band. I took the little private lessons on the side and jumped right in.
I was a member of the band. I was involved with band for 7 years. And the funny thing about it is I did not play an instrument. So that was sort of an odd way to get into the band. I went to a very small Christian school, but we were very blessed to have a wonderful band program. And they were trying to grow the band, and they wanted to expand the color guard. So I was asked at the end of 7th grade if I'd be interested in trying out for color guard. And I said, well, yeah. So I thought about it, tried out with a friend, and I made it. And I loved it.
Well, I joined band because my older brother Roman joined marching band 3 years before me, and he was always telling me how cool it was and how much fun he had and like how cool the older kids were. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go.
My brother was in the band, so it just naturally, I just used to play with his trumpet all the time, and I figured, why not?
When I first joined, it was because my sister was in it, and you know, it was just really cool to play an instrument, and I really wanted to be good at doing a skill, and also because all my friends did it.
The fact that the band allowed my entire family to be involved was huge. My brother and I both marched, and we're both in the concert band. My dad was part of the pit crew team that sets up the sidelines on Friday night, and my mom helped with uniforms and chaperoning various trips and all the games. And the fact that we all could be together, it was instrumental in our relationships as a family.
It's been sort of a common activity, something that we can joke about. We all have the same friends, and I get to keep up with a lot of the high school guys that I teach now just through Reagan and Riley.
They came to everything, every concert from 5th grade through 12th grade, every competition, every football game.
And the other parents were great. So when we weren't there, we knew that they were with other parents who believed like we did and had the same goals and desires that we would have had. And so we feel like they had great mentors in the other parents.
I love everybody in it. I just love the atmosphere and the family it gives you, and it's just like instant friends.
My mom loves band. I don't think that that's a secret. I mean, my dad loves the program. I mean, Trey, my brother, he's fantastic. We've all been in band together, and it's been good for all of us. It's meant something to each one of us in a different way.
My parents were able to be there to watch us become independent with our friends and with the band, and go on to college and continue to be independent and successful.
When my kids are with the band, I don't have to worry about them because I know that the older ones are like their sisters and their brothers.
It's been a really fun place for my family to all get involved and all have the same friends and kind of be together, but with like people we could call family as well.
It's not just for the kids, it's for the parents too. Not just band, the kids are family, but the parents are family too.
So I started official band work in 8th grade and just loved every part of it. I made great friends in band. I loved the teamwork. I loved the travel. I even liked the practices. I found deep friends and great relationships. The camaraderie that you have is just wonderful. It was a great place for me to plug in.
And for us, it's really special because it was really a family environment, especially on those Friday nights of football games when the whole family was up there, and we got to know other families in Briarwood because of our kids were both in the band or all in the band. And you kind of develop that camaraderie not only among the kids, you see that, but also family to family, and that was a really special time for us.
Even talking to my mom since then, she says that it made me who I am, really, being in the band. It gave me self-confidence. It made me feel like I could have a leadership role, have responsibility, and also be part of a bigger group, a bigger team.
One life lesson I really learned was, you know, if you are respectful to other people, they'll usually respond positively to you.
When I think about some other benefits of band though, I think about some of the things that I can look back on now and see how God was using all of those things in my life to prepare me for what I do now as elementary principal. One of the things that I learned was teamwork, because when you're part of the band, you are part of the team. You're all working together to learn the show or to learn a piece of music, and you're sweating together and you're traveling together, and that really bonds you. But it's such a wonderful feeling when you complete the show or complete the song or complete the concert or complete the competition and you've worked together as a team.
And the other thing we really loved about the band was teamwork. They had to learn how to be a part of a team, because your whole life you have to be a part of a team. And so we were so grateful that they were able to do that in a very non-threatening, encouraging arena.
I would say that a real strength of the Briarwood band program is bringing kids along in terms of leadership. Both of our kids, Bailey and Tyler, held positions of leadership in the band. They were both band captains each for 2 years. And it was neat to see them grow, being just a participant to someone who was really engaged and wanted the best out of the program. And that meant not only doing the right things themselves, but being leaders and leading by example and bringing others along. And so you saw it as they grew and as they became seniors, they really demanded more of themselves and more of their friends and their peers to want to do things better and to leave the program better than they found it. And that's all what leadership is all about, and that we saw that in our kids with Briarwood.
I grew so much last year through drum major. I mean, the start of where I was to where I am now is just, it's almost like a completely different person. I have so much more confidence in myself and like what I have to offer. And I mean, just being able to see the behind the scenes of like what band is and what band does, and it makes you appreciate it so much more. And I've learned to be so much more thankful for the things that have happened to me in my life because of it.
Well, Lynn and I were both very involved with the band program when our kids were at Briarwood. Lynn continues to be involved helping with the uniforms, but when we were part of what I call the Briarwood band family, it really was a family, we saw a lot of needs. And I would divide the needs into 2 categories. One, more financial. Just like any program, like a sport or anything, you need to keep up the equipment. So for band, that means keeping the uniforms up, that means keeping the instruments in good working order. So in addition to that, the band has grown, and so there's been a need for new instruments and new uniforms.
Really the biggest need that we have is the drum line. Honestly, it's a new full set of marching band equipment. Right now, the stuff we have, it was old when I was here. Really just replacing everything from the bass drums, the snares, the tenors.
I would say we need some new instruments like piccolos, and also some of the saxophones, maybe some percussion mallets, because I know those are coming apart.
One thing I know that the band needs desperately are trailers to help get instruments out to the field. Those dads work really hard, and I absolutely love pulling the trailer because I like to be involved.
Number 2, just an involvement need. There's always something to do with the band program, whether it be working with uniforms, being chaperones on trips, on away games, helping out with the kids during Friday night football games, and then just overall support of the group, whether it be going to competitions with the group or whether it be helping with meals. There's just a lot of needs that just need people to be available and to be available to give time to the kids.
But it gives me a time to just sit and not have to think about school. I don't have to think about any problems. I can just sit and play and do what I love to do.
I think it's honestly easier to list the things that it hasn't meant to me, because it's meant everything. I mean, having some place to belong and like having a support system to fall back on when you're having trouble at school or you're having trouble at home, it means a lot more than you realize.
Band for me, it has never been strictly like just about the playing. It has always been about the people I've been able to meet and like become friends with.
Just in particular, the thing I think about, especially when you play a wind instrument and you have to use your fingers and your arms and your hands, there's something different about being able to feel the notes coming out of the horn.
I hope that we've left a legacy of excellence, having a high expectation and then working really hard to get there. We took pride in doing the best that we could. We didn't want to take for granted that we were going to go to a competition and get all ones without even trying. We wanted to work hard. We weren't just doing it for ourselves, but that God had given us gifts, and we wanted to bring honor and glory to Him through it. So,
if I can rely on anything or anyone, it's the teachers, it's the friends that I've made here. And whenever I'm behind an instrument, whether it be marimba or snare drum, drum set, I don't feel any of the pressure that I feel at school because I'm in my element. I'm in my spot where I feel safe. This program has made me definitely who I am today. If it weren't for Miss Finch and Miss Seabury and this incredible music program, I don't know where I'd be right now.
With pride.
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 With pride. With pride.